This week, we continue our coverage of the 2025 Louisiana Farm Bureau Beef Tour of Kansas. The Central Plains are very different from the Gulf Coast, especially when it comes to weather.
Strong, seemingly endless winds are the norm, especially this time of year. Kansas also does not get anywhere near as much rain as Louisiana does. As TWILA's Josh Meeks explains, that makes it a very different place to raise cattle.
In the wide-open Flint Hills of Kansas, the wind never rests, and neither does Trey Hinkson. He and his father are continuing a legacy that spans generations and states.
We have a registered seed stock operation here in the Flint Hills of Kansas. We've got about 3,000 acres here on our ranch, and we raise registered Angus cattle, have since about 1960, I believe, is when my granddad kind of started that operation.
The Hinkson family's journey began in the Texas Panhandle, but water issues and changing circumstances sent them north. In 1985, they packed up and started fresh in Kansas with just 100 cows and a lot of faith.
It was kind of a tough time a little bit because, you know, land prices were down, which was good, but interest rates were off the chart, and so there was a lot of land for sale. It's just if anybody had any money or if they had a banker that was going to allow them to make those purchases. So, but we did get in at a good time. And so, you know, we've kind of just built it and kind of added a little bit here and there.
Today, the operation spans 3,000 acres of rolling grassland, but raising cattle in Kansas, especially in yearling country, comes with its own challenges. Feeding costs, unpredictable weather, and tough competition are constant hurdles.
There's not a perfect place to have cattle. I mean, there's always things that you struggle with, or, you know, things that could be improved on or made better, but you're at the mercy of Mother Nature.
Hinkson calves in the fall, meaning they feed a lot during Kansas winters. But despite the hardships, Trey's commitment to the land and his customers never wavers.
Customer service is pretty big. We're confident in our genetics because we're investing back in that by buying customers' calves and you know, showing them that we're in support of them. And when your customers are doing good, that's the main thing.
Trey has 2 daughters. The oldest has a master's degree in counseling, but his youngest has shown interest in the family business.
And I think in the next 2 or 3 years, she wants to come back and help, and she's got a little cow herd of her own. And so, you know, the future looks good around here, and I'm going to be more than happy for her to come back and help out.
Reporting from the heart of Kansas for This Week in Louisiana Agriculture, I'm Josh Meeks.
Now, one of the biggest differences between Kansas cattle and Louisiana cattle is the use of feed yards. Louisiana is primarily a cow-calf operation where calves are bred and sold. At feed yards, the focus is raising bigger, high-quality cattle. At High Plains Feed Yard, their primary focus is the science of cattle. That includes building the right diets for better quality and studying the effects of methane on the environment. In their state-of-the-art research center, manager Tom Jones says they're always looking to stay ahead of the curve.
We look at the consumer and what they think of feed yards. They obviously don't have the entire story about us. You know, one of the first things is animal care and animal health and things like that. And being production agriculture today on the beef side of stuff, you know, that animal health and treating the cattle right, it starts from when they're a calf, starts from day one when they're born. And that's why we have a veterinary group on staff with here. So we help these people make sure they understand that they've got the right vaccines for their cattle.
High Plains is licensed for around 50,000 head of cattle to support their roughly 300 customers across the country.